What's up and welcome back to the channel, folks. Little gear review today. Today, we're checking out the Alpha Theta Wave 8, a portable speaker that quite frankly, I slept on when it first came out. I finally grabbed one and I've had some time to play around with it. And so I'm gonna give you the real talk and what I really think about it. And then we're gonna take it outside, hook it up to a wireless controller and see how far this thing can really go. Now you guys that watch my stuff know I'm an EV diehard fan. I love the Everse 8. But what intrigued me about the speaker was the wireless feature. Basically, being able to send your signal from your controller or your mixer to the cabinet without doing a cable run or trying to reverse engineer a lavalier pack, which is what I normally do. They have this little box, and this is what's going to send the signal from our controller, which is also battery powered, to the battery powered speaker. We'll show you how to hook that up in just a minute. So really, what is the Wave 8? It's basically an 8-inch battery powered speaker built for DJs like us, people on the move, mobile DJs. The big hook is, like I said, the wireless system that they call Sonic Link. It's way faster, way better than Bluetooth. So you can actually DJ without cables and still be in sync. It's got an 8-inch woofer to give it a little bit of punch and, like I said, a built-in rechargeable battery that claims up to 8 hours. You've also got little wheels on the back, a pull-out handle, and some clever EQ designs. Also, it's weather resistant. So in other words, it is designed to be thrown in the back of your car or your van, rolled out to the backyard, a beach, a park, boom, and you're ready to go. Okay, so here's what I like. The wireless really does work. Seriously, no lag, no delays. You can actually trust it. We're gonna test it. It sounds way bigger than it looks for an 8-inch box, to be honest. The bass is surprisingly full and punchy. The highs are nice and clean. It does have wheels and a handle, and I would also pick up this nice Alpha Theta carrying bag, which has a pocket on the back as well. And it's not very heavy at all. Super easy to transport. So the weight on this thing is only 28 pounds. So if you don't want to use the wheels and the handle, just pick it up and carry it. It's only 28 pounds. Let's talk about charging this. Basically, it is just a regular IEC plug that goes in here in the back. And then your little Sonic Link box actually goes in the side right here. There's a USB-C cable. You hook it up and it rides right in the side. So when you charge it, not only are you charging the speaker, but you're also charging your Sonic Link box as well. And then finally, looking at the controls on the back, you have some of your controls up here, everything from the type of thing that you're playing. So it's got music, vocal, subwoofer. It's got a master kind of volume here and your pairing buttons as well. But also under this kind of waterproof panel, you've got all of your hookups, echo, low, high, your mic level, and all of your inputs as well. Again, it is battery powered and splash proof, so it's perfect for outdoor gigs where power outlets are a pain in the butt to find, or if you've got an incoming rainstorm, it can take a little bit of rain. Also, this thing has plenty of inputs, whether you're just plugging in decks or if you're plugging in a mic or you're running music off phone, it can handle all of that. So it would also be great for a small acoustic duo or something like that. Now, the flip side, the price. It is around $1,000, so it's definitely an investment. The tweeter, as you can see, is kind of exposed. It's not a deal breaker, but I'd be careful if you're rough on your gear. Again, get the carrying case. The battery life says 8 hours. I don't think so if you're really pushing it hard. I would aim more for like 6. And the wheels are a nice touch, but again, if you're rolling it over grass or gravel, they're gonna be pretty much useless, so you might as well just pick it up. If you do link multiple units together, which you certainly can, and they're very easy with this little box, the latency does add up, but not much. It's hardly noticeable, and something to keep in mind only if you're gonna put together a big system of these, like going down the side of a field or something. Specs are one thing, but I want to know what it actually sounds like in the wild. So let's take this thing outside, crank it up, and really just see how far we can push the signal before it starts to give up on us. All right, folks, so we are outside now. It is a beautiful day, end of summer, early fall in North Carolina. And I was just sitting here thinking like how far technology's come. I mean, y'all know I've been doing this a long, long time, but like the fact that I'm holding a battery powered controller, I got a thumb drive in the back of it with just a few songs on it. It's hooked up to the little Sonic Link box, 1/4 inch out to RCA in, and we're hooked up to our Wave 8 from Alpha Theta over here. And basically what we're gonna do is I'm just gonna hit play on this thing. I'm gonna set it down on this table to my left. And then Saquon is gonna just take the camera and keep following me. We're gonna go all the way down towards the dumpster and see if we're still playing. Saquon, how far do you think that is? I mean, it's not a football field, 150, 200 feet. And then maybe we'll take it also in the office and like close the door and just see how well it works through walls as well. So shout out to Justin, the DJ. I saw him the other day do something like this. He was at a storage building morning. He hooked up the Sonic Link box to just an iPad, and he just was walking, kept going down, and then basically he was trying to do the same thing. How far could he go before basically the signal drops? All right, let's take a walk. No, I didn't stop. Beat drop, yeah. Good so far. Okay, to give you some perspective, we are out in the parking lot. The controller is right there by the van. Can you see the van in the shot there? Sorta. I would say this is probably 100 and some feet. I don't know, it's definitely not 300 feet, which is what I thought Justin did the other day. We started breaking up probably around 100 feet, I guess, but still pretty good. I'm constantly fidgeting with the lavalier pack that I use. I have a Sennheiser rig that I use, sometimes the EWG3. There's another one called, I think, the EWDP ME2, something like that. Actually goes up on top of cameras. Y'all might have seen me use that before. I mean, I'm trying to come up with something a little bit better. Now, to be fair to the test, we are cruising it on the ground here and not putting it up on a stand, so I'm sure that would help a little bit. Plus, the controller is super low to the ground as well. It's just sitting over there on kind of a cocktail table. I feel like we could get a little more range if, number one, this was up head height or a little bit higher and the controller was more like sitting on a table or a booth. But we're gonna walk back towards the controller now and see where it starts kind of coming back to where I feel like we've got a solid connection. You feel like it's stable here? Still dropping. Okay, all right. Let's see.
About right here.
All right. So Saquon have determined this is about where it is like a stable signal. So now again, to be fair, it is on the ground, controller's super low. I'm gonna just kind of let him follow me back to where the controller is from here. So basically controllers here. I would say that's only about 50 feet or so. Like if I always think about distance in terms of 25-foot XLR cables, and that looks like it's about 2 25-foot XLR cables. So I would have expected or wanted a little bit more, especially after watching Justin's last video. I don't think I'm doing anything wrong or different than what he did. I mean, like I said, this would be up a little bit higher. Speaker would obviously be on a tripod and not sitting on the ground. So I'm sure we would probably get another 50 feet out of it, but I was hoping really for like crazy distance, but I think that was probably a pipe dream of me not having to want to rig up a lavalier system and do all that other stuff that I usually have to do. All in all though, I still like this speaker and I like the technology, and I think if you needed, and the more I think about it, like sometimes we'll do these big outdoor corporate events. All you do if you need to do that is just go down the line. You take the little box from the next speaker and put it inside this speaker, hit the connect button on top, hit the sync button on the next one, and just keep going down the line, and then you've got an entire football field literally with 4, 5, 6, however many you want to do, just keep jumping to each other, boom, 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 boom. So for me, it's probably something where I need to get another one of these to have a pair and then chain those two together and just kind of keep it going. I did see when I was at DJX last month, Pioneer or Alpha Theta, same company, threw a party. They had the DJ on a battery powered controller, and then I think they had 8 of these outdoors around kind of this open air veranda, and it sounded great. Perfect for a kind of cocktail, sunset vibes type party. So anyway, all in all, I like the speaker. I was hoping to get a little bit more range out of it, but we'll see what happens when I get a pair of them. Okay, so we just decided before we wrap this video, we are going to try and do a different test with the lavalier system that we usually use. Now, this is an EWD series from Sennheiser. Normally it goes on top of a camera, but we've been using it for this wireless rig for a few months now, and it's worked pretty well for us. So we did the exact same thing. You'll see over here, we have got the receiver, basically just gaff taped to the top of this, going into input 1. We've unhooked the Sonic Link from the controller and basically taken the lav pack and run it out of the booth out. So we're gonna start the track again. We're gonna start walking down the parking lot and see if this does the same or better or whatever. So might as well do this while we've got all this stuff out, right? Here we go. All right. We're already further than we were when we broke up a little while ago. Hold on. I think that's just breaking the song. Still going, no breakups. Saquon, you hear any breakup? Still going, almost at the dumpster. Right here. What we were with just the Sonic Link box, whereas before I feel like we were 50 feet, so we're about 4 times farther than we were. The van and the controller are way back there. We are all the way down here at the end of the parking lot by the dumpster, so if I'm just testing equipment, obviously this is going to be better if you have to go a far distance, which I don't know why you would ever have to go this far. I probably would just chain more of the Alpha Theta Wave 8s together. One last thing we are going to try, going back to the Sonic Link, is we're going to leave that controller outside, and then I'm going to walk the speaker through the door into the office, close that door, then walk through my closet where I keep my gear, and then walk into the studio and maybe walk out to the back hall where the bathrooms are and just see how it performs through walls. Last test before we wrap this video and I go get some lunch. We are going to turn the speaker back up. Again, controller same place as it was. Walk in through the office, shutting doors behind us, and just kind of see how it does, all right? Break it. Okay, I will say, like Saquon said, it is through a brick wall. We closed the door, came through the office. It was working fine in the office, but once we came through the closet into the studio, not so much. So I guarantee that Sennheiser rig would have gotten us probably at least this far, maybe even out there. Now I will say this, anytime you lose line of sight with your controller or with your transmitter, you're gonna have problems. So we've definitely had drops with the Sennheiser, we've had drops with a full-size lavalier pack, and obviously we've got drops here with the Wave 8, but still, quality of the sound, portability, and the fact that you can chain a bunch of them together and have a completely battery-powered party, I still like it. So there you have it, my look and my test of the Alpha Theta Wave 8 speaker. Listen, it's got some drawbacks to it. The range is not nearly as far as I wanted it to be. I think I got super excited about it and still excited about it. Still gonna keep it. I paid for this, nobody sent it to me. Still gonna use it, still gonna keep it, but I definitely think you need multiple units if you're gonna chain them together instead of trying to take this one the max distance. You're gonna wanna get yourself at least a pair, maybe more. If you have events where you need to string a bunch of sound down like a field, like I was saying, and you have no power options, this is definitely the way to go. So there's your look at it. Hope you liked it. Leave the video a big old thumbs up. Let me know what you think about this speaker, if you have it or if you're gonna get it. Of course, subscribe to the channel, and that's it, man. New videos every single week. Thank you guys for watching. We appreciate you. Subscribe, subscribe, subscribe. See you.